Bubble Genius. Introducing Wayne. Business secrets from a self-made millionaire for success beyond money. Tell us why you wrote this book, Wayne.
Well, I wrote it because I've been in business 50 years and I've learned a lot over that time. And I'm a systems guy. I really believe in systems. And today, that's a bit of a problem in our society. People really need a system. So I want to share my secrets, how I made a bubble concept, how I've got my streams of income, to share that you get ideas what you can do for yourself, because you really need a bit more guidance for the future coming. It's going to be a little bit tough days ahead.
How long have you been in business, Wayne?
Yeah, 50 years. It's
really?
true. Yeah, 50.
How many people are in business for 50 years?
No, 0.3%. I don't know anyone. They're all dead. You know. But basically, I started when I was 20. I booked my house when I was 21. Had my 21st birthday party in my house. That was really cool. Enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that.
So what are your secrets that you learned over those 50 years, Wayne?
It's really a combination of ideas and secrets and how to use them. I really want to start off with the basics, because basics are more important. Basics are fundamental. Like building a house, you need a solid base. So if you start off my concept, before we get to the bubble concept and streams, I want to talk about how important time is. Because people do not respect their time today. They do not value their time. They have no idea how valuable their time is. So before we get started, let's get into the basics about time. Now everybody, we all know we work a 40-hour week. But when you really get down, there's 168 hours in a week. But you're not working 40 hours, you're working 28 to 30 hours. You take out your holidays and everything. So you're expecting to work 30 hours a week so that you can pay for your education, buy a house, have a holidays, retire. It just doesn't happen. So your time's important for your week. You've got to realise you've got to use your time in that week more efficiently. It's so important. But then you have the time of your lifeline. Maybe when you're born and when you depart at the end. Most people are around here and say, oh, this is great. We've got a good income, things are going great, I'm going to have good holidays, educate the kids, buy a house, and retire, it's going to be good. Well, I'll tell you what happens to nearly everybody. They fall off the cliff. Seriously, this is what I've seen over 50 years. 50 years I've seen what happens. And sickness and health are definitely the number one things. Accidents, of course, divorce. But you get all these little factors that come in, and it's not just a sickness or a health of yourself, but your partner or your parents. You would be amazed how many fall off the cliff. So that's why you need income streams. And to show you that they've got the data that this isn't working, the seven day week isn't working, your 40-hour week, your lifetime isn't working. Because at my age now in Australia, 63% of people get Australian pension. That's ridiculous. Think about it. So everybody's planning to be a multi-millionaire, has any lifestyle, what happens? I've just seen hundreds of businesses close. I've seen millionaires go off there and come buy a cup of coffee. So if you value your time, it seems to unlock all your ideas inside. Like, I kind of think our society's in the comfort zone. You go to work, you come back in on the social side. People waste 30 hours, 20 hours on their social side. I run multi-million-dollar businesses on 20 hours a week. You gotta be kidding me. So when you value time, it unlocks you. You take power over yourself again. And that's the important thing. Once you start taking control back in your life, when you go to a grocery shop and buy your snack food, you make a decision. I need to eat healthier. You won't buy your cheap food. Do you need to buy coffee every morning? Why don't millionaires buy coffee every morning? It's pretty obvious. When you take control, you'll feel better, and it'll unlock the brain, because our world is full of negative, everything negative at the moment. Whatever you do, the news, your friends, cost of living in crisis, it doesn't matter. But once you take control of your life, you get more control, you lose that negativity. And it's an uplifting feeling to lose that negativity and get back to positive energy. Because then when you have positive energy, you enjoy life, you enjoy the things in life. The smell of a cup of coffee, the taste of fresh food and everything. It's a different aspect. So first of all, I'd say if you value your time, that's probably the most important step to get into the financial future. Then you'll start seeing opportunities. Because as now, everyone walks around with blinkers on. They're like bloody horses. It's like everyone's in a comfort zone. I call it the happy in the rat race. The rats go out, eat food and comes home. I think our humans like it. So I think it's very important. Once you start valuing your time, you won't waste your time 20 hours on these social sites. Just go and do some searching, search whatever you want and look for opportunities. When you get opportunities, you start thinking that way. So the number one thing, it's so important, is time.
So you do really think time is your most important secret there, but Wayne, there's got to be more.
Yeah, it's a mindset. No, it's got to be the mindset, because I think what's also important is a state of mind. You've all watched a movie where someone's attacking, or a story about somebody who just has to find out. Until they value their time, value themselves, respect themselves, they're not going to get anywhere. So it's that confidence. You get your time, you get your control. All right, I'm a control freak. I'll admit it, you know. But you get confidence then to go forward. And once you got confidence, you unlock doors. If you're a negative crap, who wants to know you? Your negative friends? You don't need that. So I think time unlocks your mind, and then you can go forward. Then we can start planning. Now, you have a business plan that you're working. My bubble structure will suit everybody. Doesn't matter if you're in work, a big business, a small business. My bubble concept for income streams. Now, if you think about it, why don't people have income streams? They have minimum super. Now, remember what we're talking about. Like, most people in their lifespan, they fall off. They don't have income streams. And I'm not talking one income stream, I'm talking multiple. You go to your super fund and you compound on top of that. So it's not just having aspect, or I'll put more money to super fund. You've got to be more aggressive. You've got to do a budget. And I think budgeting is so important. So if you want to start off, where can we start? You've got your state of mind, you value your time. First thing you do is do a budget, because we're doing basics first before you step forward. Now, when you do a budget, first thing you got to do, you've got a house loan, you pay more off than what the bank wants. Banks are not your friends. And if you haven't got a house you're renting, put money aside for that as well, that you can invest money into an investment fund. Then when you start budgeting, you can start saying, I want to take money for investing. You can take funds away and budget on the bottom. There are so many things in life where you don't need, and you probably don't need when you start budgeting what's really essential. Now, I'm not talking about lowering your living standards, I'm talking about exploding your living standards. By stepping back a little bit, $5 here, $10, $20 here, put money away aside, you can start investments. Now, probably one good way for me to explain this, I'll explain what I've done with the bubble concept. 50 years I've been in business, and 20 years ago I started my bubble concept. So if you listen to what I did, and you incorporate into what you're doing. So I started Opal Auctions online site, then I bought a headline property for the investments. So I've still got it today. Now I went to Millionaire Auctions, another site, so now I've got 1,500 sellers worldwide on those two sites, but I bought another property for that. Then, because of the same connections, I opened Himalayan Salt Factory, because you can see I'm diversified inside, then my super fund bought another property for that. Then because I had in my investments in the super, I want to get information technology for my e-commerce platform, I invested in IT shares. Well, you know how good they've gone. They've been pretty good for me. So then I went to the Crystal Factory, so I bought another property. So you can see how everything's tied in, all the real estate around that. And then, because I bought excess real estate, and I got 17 tenants. So you have multiple income streams, multiple businesses. But basically, the concept is, I'm in that earthy type value items that appreciate. That's been they don't depreciate is a better way of saying it. So that's been my strength. Then I've had the real estate. Then I've had the shares market. Then I've had the super fund. So you can see, that's the bubble concept. So you can look at that compared to what you've got in your bubble concept. What can you do to make a concept like that where it all flows into one? It's easy, just come back and start. And it doesn't happen overnight. Now, let's talk about small business. I've been involved with small business all my life, and I'm really worried about small business. They're getting slaughtered, they're getting massacred. They say 80% fail in 5 years. Well, I say in 10 years, they say 80%. I reckon nearly everybody gets decapitated in business. It's just so tough things. The social life has made the 0.3% of people wealthy, everybody else is struggling more. So I want to see small business take a different attitude. I've seen hundreds of businesses go broke. And one of the reasons I love it, if you can't follow a system, you've got to learn to delegate, and that's a big problem, small business. After 5 years, you don't delegate, your business goes like there, then you have black swan events here to go down, then you'll end up small businesses like just over here, and nearly everybody in small business doesn't have enough income when they need it when they're my age.
Excuse me, Wayne, what's black swan?
A black swan event, unplanned, unprecedented. Okay. Like tariffs with Trump at the moment,
right.
With Trump, what Trump comes in,
yeah.
so many people going to lose and so many people going to win.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
Okay.
And that's what happens. So small business, I say nearly 95% fall off. So first of all, if you're a small business, you've got to straight, you've got to evolve with business. And it's really evolving at the moment. AI is going to have a big effect. So I just see small business just waiting to fall over. You have your state of mind, you have your budget. Now you've really got to plan ahead, have a 10-year business plan, not 3 years. And if you're going to fail, accept responsibility and get up again. Because I've been there. I've been to the stage once when my business failed, like four decades ago.
You had somebody come knocking, didn't you?
I had a sheriff at the door, froze everything, you know. So I know what it's like when, but all I did, I accept responsibility. I made the mistake. And when you accept responsibility, you can get up and start running again. Don't cry over spilt milk. Get moving on. So a small business really has you've got to have a different attitude. You've got to have income streams. You've got to plan for the future. And have income streams related to what you're doing is a lot easier because you don't have the time to source that. The biggest mistake I see is people in business investing outside what they really don't know. You get so many aspects today where people invest in a product or a business or system they don't understand. Invest in what you know, the curve of the bubble, and you just make it grow and grow and grow. Good luck to everybody out there, and I wish you a good success. Sincerely do.
Questions and comments welcome, Wayne?
Yeah.
Well, that lovely.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoy the book.
Thank you. Yeah.